When I was 10, my mum got a new boyfriend. He beat me and my sisters. And when I was 11, he first raped me.
When I was 12, I started doing drugs because my friend said it would numb the pain. It did.
Eventually, I decided it wasn't safe to stay at home. By the time I decided this, I was already addicted to several drugs.
After I left home, I couch surfed at all my mates' houses for a while.
Most parents just thought I was sleeping over. None of them had any idea.
Eventually, I just ran out of places to crash at and was forced to go onto the streets.
I lived in abandoned houses and warehouses when I could, and I met a bunch of guys and girls who were also in similar situations.
Teenagers sleeping wherever they could to escape the horrors at home.
It felt safe being in a group, and you always had someone to watch your back.
However, being in a group had its drawbacks, especially as most of the guys, like me, were addicts.
Any food we came across had to be shared between everyone, and all the money we got was used to pay for the drugs.
In the past, I've had to steal things for the group to pay for our addictions.
I've attempted suicide several times. The first time, I used a syringe to slash open my wrist to get the blood flowing.
Then I sniffed paint until I passed out.
When I woke up, I was in an emergency room.
Some bloke had found me lying bleeding in an alley and called an ambulance.
In a way, I'm happy he saved my life, but I keep finding myself wishing he hadn't.
There's nothing for me. No one wants to employ a homeless teenager with a suicidal streak.
There's no one to help.
No matter how many times I play what has happened over the past 4 years in my head, I know that there's nothing I could have done different.
This is just one story, but there are many just like it. In 2011, 105,000 people in Australia were listed as homeless. Just close your eyes for a second and try and imagine 105,000 people living without a regular shelter. More than 1/3 of these people are teenagers. Some are even young enough to still be in primary school. In New South Wales, the rate of homelessness has increased by around 20% since 2006 and has the highest rate of homelessness in all of Australia. Not all homeless people live on the street. In fact, only 6% of all homeless people do. 45% live with friends or relatives, 19% stay with supported accommodation services, 20% in boarding houses, and 10% were living outside. The main cause of homelessness in youths is domestic abuse. Out of 10 homeless youths, 4 have been reported as being beaten by their caretakers, and a further 2 being subjected to sexual assault in their own homes.
No one wants to be homeless.
No one will get back on their feet.
Unless we as a community are there to help.
We are not just a number.
We are not a statistic.
We are human beings.
This is me, but it could have been you.